I'm Olivia. I go by Liv. I'm 19.
What competition are you going to be competing in?
The Mississippi Championships, July 16th.
And you said you're not nervous at all.
Well, now I am, kind of. No, not really though.
Your check-in, so your glutes have come down some.
Yeah, they're still.
They still are. So your legs are not wellness yet,
Okay.
but your glutes are. So I think that you're a really good fit for doing a crossover and then kind of letting the judges decide where you need to progress from there. I think they're going to tell you to build for wellness,
Okay.
just because the glutes are so dominant, and I see that potential in your legs as well. We're just not quite there yet. This transition, I want you to slow this part down for a little bit. Okay, let's focus on hitting that back post just a little bit harder. And when you go to set into that back post, we're hitting it even harder. You roll your shoulders back so that we create that nice line in the back. There you go, turn the left toe out a little. Okay, good. Roll your shoulders back. Right there. You see how that feels?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it needs to feel like. Good. Slow it down just a little bit. Set into the back and let's do those transitions again. Okay. Right there.
Like that?
That's better. Good. I like the motion that you're making. It's just a little punchy.
Okay.
So round it out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Heel is lining up with those toes. Mm-hmm. Still a little black. Okay, so you're gathering this way, you're here, then that fits crossing over. Don't try to do both arms. I think that's where we're messing up, where it's getting punchy. And then this one comes around. That's better. Yep. So just do one arm instead, focusing on both of them. Squeeze back. There we go. Good. Perfect. Okay. Good. That was good. Much better. Good tempo. I loved all of it. Do it again. Alright, try it again. Beautiful. Good.
Is it better?
Much better. Yes. No, it looks good. Video yourself so that you're catching yourself when you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Your flow is great.
I was watching a girl do it.
Mm-hmm.
That same girl that you sent me, the
Yeah.
one that we got the
Your sign off.
everything from, yeah, she did that.
Yes, I like it a lot. It looks really pretty. So just we'll work on fixing the punching and keep doing your homework. I mean, you'll find something that you'll see somebody do that you're like, I'm going to take that. I'm going to make that my own, and it'll smooth out that last little transition. I'm not worried about it. All right, let's move into wellness. The only thing that's going to change is what your comparisons look like. They're going to have you set up into a front pose. So you've got front pose is here. They'll have you say quarter turn to the right. Okay. Then you make the shift. And then it's another quarter turn. So you come back here and then to the rear. You'll go quarter turn again. It's not, yeah, there's one side is not going to be a smooth transition for you because you're going to have a dominant side. So you're just going right, 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 right. Push back onto that hip. We're rotating the hips towards the wall. and then turning back this way. So belly needs to back up into this heel. So this heel into this arch. You sit more comfortably into the side. Okay, relax. So that's probably going to be our dominant side for your side post. So this leg in the front is always going to be your straight leg. This leg in the back, same thing, so heel to toe. On this, you're going to actually angle that knee to the back a little so we see the flexion in your calf. So keep your hips straight this way. You got to push back onto that hip. That's what's creating the hamstring glute tie-in right here, and more definition in your hamstring. Your back arm is the one that goes on your side. Bring that elbow forward, and this one down like the glute. I'm going to tweak you from here. Rotate your hips a little this way. Bring this back foot forward, so I'm just... Okay. Soften this knee. Soften out a little. There we go. Push back on those hips. Push, push, push. There we go. So bikini is a straighter leg than wellness is. So you're going to soften that knee. It creates better definition for your hamstring and your hamstring glute tie. Keep this down here. I'm just going to make your transition a little more difficult than this. Yeah, so right leg forward for your front, and then your stronger glute hamstring on your left.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like sit back into this one.
Don't lean forward there. So you're gonna keep yourself up. Put this, remember, don't want to cover your stomach on a bench back here. The key is that we're creating smaller waistlines. So don't ever want, while you're on stage, you're never full on. We're gonna have to redo your routine for wellness. So you're gonna have a different routine for bikini than you're gonna have for wellness because you've got that left side that's stronger. So we want to make sure that that's accented in your routine. You're going to shift back to the front, but you're going to shift on that other leg just for a second. And then to the side, good. And then you'll step into place here. Same back pose as bikini. So front. Okay. Let's see, when you go to shift to this side, we need to add a little something to it. So if you're in your front stance here, and you're coming, go ahead and shift all the way to the back and then set up. So make sure that you're going to show glute and then set into place. Good. Good. Really push back on those hips. Soften this knee. Good. Don't hide your glute. You're here. And I want you to shift back to the side. And then around and set into it. Now you're going to quarter turn right from here. So we're going to shift again. Just go to get onto that side naturally. Let me see which way that you're. Don't overthink it. Just move. And then I'll adjust it from there.
So
Okay, we're not going all the way to the front, so we're going to stop at the wall. So shift.
am I facing this way?
Okay, so do it again. Good, remember, face this way. There we go. Soften this knee a little. Just go ahead and we'll add some polish to your transition. Straighten the leg in the front. There you go. Hips face that way. Soften the knee. Bring that elbow forward. Good. So the difference between bikini and wellness is that they have more mass, not just more mass on the bottom, but they also have more developed delts, more developed lats. So these are things that are going to matter a little bit more in bikini. When your elbow is back like that, we are hiding that delt in the back. We don't see your shoulder at all, okay? Good. Elbow forward. Bring your hair back though. Don't flip that wrist out. Left foot forward. There you go. Quarter turn right. it. Good. I'll move forward. That into it. Good. Now, slow it down. So when you get here, pause. Okay? Good. Do it again. Pause. Good. Beautiful. All right, quarter turn right. Okay. Quarter turn right. Good. So you shift to the front. Good, I like it. Perfect. So when Olivia came to me, one of the things that we were looking for, she wanted to compete and wants to do wellness. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. We are not quite to a wellness body structure yet. She has got a smaller frame. I think that she is going to develop into wellness nicely. So the difference between the two is bikini is they have some muscle, they have capped delts, they have rounded glutes, they have a small hamstring glute tie-in. So what that really is, that hamstring glute tie-in it's not a muscle in itself. It's the glute max is what it is. It's the bottom of the glute max. So it's this part right here where it ties into your hamstring. That is not quite as developed as it is in wellness. There is some quad development, mostly in the outer sweep. There's not separation that's happening between the outer sweep and the teardrop. When you get into wellness, they're much more dominant on the bottom half than they are on the top. They are still very developed on the top though. So they have larger delts, they have a developed lat. So when they sit into that side pose, they're able to actually sit onto that flared lat and creates a smaller waistline at the end of the day. Then there's more development in the legs. So much larger glutes. Hamstring glute tie-in is significantly bigger than it is in bikini, and hamstring development's bigger. When you're looking at quads, we're still no striations. We're not that dry, but there is separation. So you're seeing the quad separation from the hamstring and the quad separation from the outer sweep, the adductor, and your teardrop. So it is a lot more development. This MPC level, we're seeing kind of this crossover stuff so that these girls can find the right fit. So what they do is when they do these crossovers, they're able to get the judges' feedback, and based off their placing, you know, I don't like to go just off placing because you don't ever know what's going to be on stage next to you. But these judges, these are IFBB level judges and are watching all this stuff. So they are gearing these girls to be ready for that next level. So we're going to look at Olivia, we're going to see what our critiques are when we get done with this show and be able to build her from there. You know, I think that because she is so dominant in the glutes and she does have good quad development already, I think that she's going to be able to progress into wellness very nicely. So I look forward to getting their feedback just on which direction they think that she needs to go. It is a lot harder to bring that muscle down, like when we're looking at her glutes, to be able to bring those glutes down to fit bikini, rather than just build into wellness. With buckling the meat out, we're starting to see separation here. Left foot forward, good. Can turn those hips, don't have that glute. There you go. So, good, quarter turn right.
Oh yeah, it's just her.
Perfect. I wouldn't have thrown you into a crossover if I hadn't have already seen the confidence that you have in bikini. I would have left you in bikini. Mm-hmm. But the confidence that you already have in your posing, we've been practicing for what, this is our third session?
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that you're going to go and you're going to practice and you're going to nail this. So we're like 3 weeks in, 3 weeks out. Mm-hmm. We're going to kill it. I have no doubt. But suit looks good. Everything's coming together. Let's go ahead and book your hair, makeup, and your tan. Use everything they have backstage. Those people have they're there for a reason. I actually posted yesterday about using the spray tans there. They have got the formula down to what needs to be under those lights, because if it's too light, you'll look soft. If it's too dark, it does weird things to the density of the muscle. So it'll hide it, and we don't want any of that. Their spray tans are like they need to be. So we want to go ahead and book those appointments. When you're going to book the appointments, just message me what times they have available, because we still need you to get as much sleep as possible too. So the later we wait to book them, the earlier those slots are going to get. And I really don't want you to have a 4 a.m. hair and makeup slot. Yeah. And they're doing a split show this year. So the women actually go on second. So I'm not real sure what the appointments are going to look like for that. So call me or text me when we've got that. And just keep practicing the bikini. Now you've got the wellness you can work with. Send me pictures and videos if you're concerned about anything.
I do it every time. Like after I work out, I usually will go and do videos. So I'll just start sending them to you.
Yeah, just send them to me.
Have
And
tons
we'll
of
make
them.
tweaks. And then we'll set up posing for next week and see, after you've had some time to practice, where we're at. We'll lock down our routine next week. And then I may throw an extra posing session in there next week. Just because we're getting a little closer. So I may start doing 2 for the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
All right?
I've been practicing comparisons for bikini too. Getting called a yell out for everything.
Yeah, good. I would like to see that.
I got him. He's filming too.
Perfect. Well, you're doing really great. I'm proud of you. I'm excited about it. I'll let you get dressed.